So hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I was planning on doing an exploration of the island of Brac in Croatia. However, I'm here during a heat wave and it's currently about 38 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's probably like 100 or something. But yeah, it's super hot here. So I thought I would do something slightly different today. So a while back I was reading an interview with Brian Johnson, who, if you don't know, is a longevity and wellness guru. His aim is to try and basically not die. But one thing I did notice when I was reading the interview was that he'd managed to lower his core body temperature just basically through diet and exercise. And so that got me thinking, during a heat wave, obviously, are there any ways that I can reduce my body temperature and stay a little bit more comfortable? So these are the things that I found. So we all know how important hydration is in terms of keeping your body temperature stable. Interestingly enough, a study published in the Journal of Athletic Training showed that proper hydration would significantly reduce core body temperature during physical activity by around 1 degree Celsius. Now, obviously, that's great and super important, but interestingly enough, there are other things that you can do that either will lower your core body temperature more than that, or give you the perceived temperature difference of being lower than it actually is. So let's have a look at those now. Interestingly, spicy foods can actually help cool you down. According to research published in the International Journal of Obesity, capsaicin in chili peppers induces thermogenesis and promotes sweating, which helps cool the body down through evaporation. And this process can actually reduce your body temperature by up to 1 degree Celsius. So yeah, I thought that was quite interesting and not something you would really think of doing in the heat. Going out for curry might be the last thing on your mind, but it can actually help cool you down. So the next one is also an interesting one and something that I think a lot of people aren't really going to like. But apparently eating high protein foods such as meat, any sort of meat, can increase your body temperature by up to 2 degrees Celsius, which is quite a lot and could make quite a significant difference if you're eating those sorts of meals in a heat wave. So why is this the case? Well, protein has a very high thermic effect, meaning that when you digest the food, it takes a lot for your metabolism to process it, and this increases your body temperature by quite a lot, up to 2 degrees, as we said earlier. Luckily for me, I'm plant-based anyway, so I don't particularly have that issue. Don't tend to eat huge amounts of protein in one go. So yeah, it's definitely a win for the vegans and the plant-based in terms of keeping your temperature regulated in a heat wave. So on to something else now, which will also be deeply unpopular with some, including me actually. So caffeine. I like to drink coffee quite a lot, especially in the mornings to wake me up. But unfortunately, caffeine, not only is it diuretic, so obviously you start to lose some water, but actually caffeine can raise body temperature by 0.5 to 1 degree Celsius. So again, quite a lot, and similar effects that keeping hydrated can have. So imagine if you're having a high protein meal finished off with some coffee, you're probably introducing another 3 degrees Celsius into your body temperature, which is going to make you super hot. So keeping on the trend with deeply unpopular ways to keep yourself cool in a heat wave, obviously avoiding alcohol is probably one that most of us know. But yeah, again, alcohol can raise your body temperature, and it can also mess around with the regulation of your body temperature as well. So yeah, when it's super hot, probably best stay away from alcohol, although I'm dying for a super cold beer right now. But yeah, I'm going to give that a miss today, considering it's still in the high 30s, and you can probably see I'm sweating quite a lot. So I think this next one is also really interesting, and something I'm planning on putting to the test a bit later on today is that herbal teas, and particular mint tea, can actually help cool you down in terms of helping you feel cooler. It doesn't actually change your core body temperature, but it can change your perceived coolness and to a degree of around 2 degrees Celsius. And this has been shown in recent studies. So whilst it doesn't physically cool you down, it gives you that mental perception of being quite a bit cooler actually. So yeah, I'm going to give that a go later on and I'll let you know how it goes. So one last thing you can try are citrus fruits and anything basically containing a lot of vitamin C. So things like oranges, lemons and limes, whilst also being quite hydrating, quite high in vitamin C, and according to a study published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry, they found that high vitamin C can reduce heat stress by up to 20%. So again, another important thing you might want to consider when it's as hot as it is today. So I've been out exploring the lovely town of Milner for about an hour now, and it's starting to feel really hot, so I'm going to head back to the car, grab a drink and then go find a nice beach and take a swim in the sea.